Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Give me just 1 second to get all set up here and whatnot. And of course, just gotta make sure sound and everything is working proper. Alright, that looks good. Let me just get my management screen up. Alright, and we are live. Let me adjust the volume of this really quick. Yeah, get that a little bit lower. Good. Well, welcome to the stream. We are back, and we are going to be using our Vy'keen character again today. Thank you for coming by, as always. Hope y'all are doing safe and, well out there, especially in these trying times that the world is in. And of course, if you like the content, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button for me. It would be very much appreciated. But without further ado, let's get going, shall we? Now, of course, our handsome Vy'keen character, the variant without the vagina mouth. And what we'll be doing today, again, community mission. We'll be doing some other assorted random things. But let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Right. Now, before we go ahead and do the community mission, let's go ahead and do just a tiny bit of exploration, shall we? Frost crystal, dioxide, sodium. Not exactly what I would want, but that's fine. Let's see what else we have in this system. A manufacturing facility, already been there. And this is what? I believe aggressive sentinels. Yep. Starbulb, copper, silver, and paraffinium. Sounds good to me. Well, without further ado, I guess, well, no point in kind of delaying it, I guess. Let's go ahead and call the Nexus and get started on this community mission. Wait, you know what? Scratch that. We will do a little exploration. I want to get some salvaged data before we go ahead and get over there. You know what I'm saying? So this one's aggressive sentinels, but hell, why not, right? As you can see, our ship has all of its slots open. Finally, right? A monolith. Let's go over here. Okay, and our main aim will be to gather just some salvage data, learn some words maybe, all that type of good stuff before we go ahead and go to the Nexus for the community mission. Okay, so what do we have here? 94, that's pretty close. Let's go ahead and go to it. Alright, let's see if we can evade these sentinels, shall we? Okay, any more salvaged data around us? Got some knowledge stones. Looks like some hazardous flora. Lot of aggressive plant life, or aggressive animal life here. Okay. Well, I guess probably the best idea for us then would be to go ahead and just do a quick walkabout. And once we're done with that, we'll go ahead and go back over to the starship. Now, there is a shelter over there. That might be a good place to go ahead and start. Ooh, yes, we got berry tech. Good. And right in the correct direction. Good, good, good. Let's see. That's 361. That's 296. We'll go to this one because it's closer. Nice. We got 4 out of that. Beautiful. Okay, and what else? Nice. A word. I'll take it. Okay, so this one is really close. Let's go to this one. And of course, we'll go ahead and get that broken tech over there as well. All right, how much does that leave us with? 10? You know what? That is good enough for me. I wanted just enough for the nutrient processor. Okay, so our ship is over there. We are going to have to head back over in that direction, but let's see what else we can find first before we head back. You know what? More buried tech? I'll take it. This is definitely one extreme world, that's for sure. Aggressive animals, aggressive sentinels. Damn, it's like nothing but stuff that wants to kill me here. Okay, blink given. Okay, so I feel a strange frozen suddenly coats. Okay, it's so cold that I can see my breath inside the helmet. There's one small gap in the crystal ice. I feel convinced I can feed some my elements inside. I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so we got a word of the Atlas language. That's, I guess, useful. Alright, so we got kind of what we wanted off of here. Let's go ahead and head on over to the Nexus, shall we? Almost, Silas. I try to stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for stopping by, though. Appreciate it. I do try to take at least 1 or 2 days off a week from streaming, but hey, you know, if I'm gonna play the game, I might as well stream it, right? Alright, let's check out this community mission for today, shall we? What do we have? Okay. So that is initialized. Let's go ahead and get whatever we can nanites-wise. Hey, Brock, how's it going? How's it going? Doing well today. How about you? Really just spent the first few hours of my day, you know, catching up on the news. It looks like finally the world is on the same page as I've been since the beginning of this whole disease thingamajigger, and yeah, now everybody is pissed off at China just like I was. So, at least, hey, I was right on the money, right? GTA. Let's see. I don't have GTA on my computer. Um, actually, I have been thinking about buying GTA 5. So as soon as I do, I will. I definitely will. All right. So what else would be advantageous for us with what we have? Let's continue with the cuboid stuff, shall we? Let's see. Yeah, I'll open up a technology slot. It's cheap and I can use it. So let's do this. Let's get the oxygen recycler over there so I can get the stacking bonus. Technology, we'll go ahead and just put the jetpacks there. Shift a few things around here. Alright, that's good enough. Now, let's see, what do I have here? How about we start converting this rusted metal? Yeah, but I love GTA, actually. It's a great game. Oh, hell yeah. And also, with that particular game, it helps to blow off some steam, hopping on that game and jacking somebody for their car. I don't know, there's just something satisfying about it, you know what I'm saying? Or just walking down the street and just beating the crap out of somebody. Alright, so where are you telling me to go? Where are you telling me to go? Over there? Alright, well, let's go to this marker. It's actually one of the reasons why I like Skyrim, because, like, I just love going around just, like, you know, beating the crap out of everything and anything that comes across me. Yeah, I know. I totally agree with you there. Definitely not the type of person to do that kind of thing, but it does feel good to do it. Virtually. Okay, so knowledge stones is what we're looking for right now. I came across a lot of them earlier on this planet, so I know that they're around unless they've collectively despawned. Which it looks like they probably have. Let's run over towards that comms terminal, see if we can actually find any on the way over there. And when you're playing something like Vice City and stuff like that, doing a lot of other shady shit. One of the only games that I know of where you can virtually be a where you can virtually proposition prostitutes and shit like that, you know, just stuff that you'd never do in real life. Alright, I hate it when this game does this. Like, you'll be on a planet, know that there's tons of knowledge stones all over the place, and then all of a sudden, just like they disappear. Oh, hell yeah. Escaping a four-star alert status always feels good. Okay, we'll just go towards this buried tech module over here and hope for the best. Damn. Yeah, knowledge stones just collectively disappeared from the planet. Nice. I don't know if that's intentional or not, or if it's just a product of, you know, how the procedural generation works. Either way, it's annoying as hell. Nice. I will keep that in mind. I still remember the old days of, like, I remember especially GTA 2. Like, once you got to 5 stars and the military was after you, oh man, it felt so good to jack the tank. Oh. Bust around the city in that thing. It's so satisfying. Yeah, but definitely, as soon as I get it, I definitely will start streaming that as well. I'll put that in the rotation for sure. And it's so funny how people, like, get all bent out of shape on, like, what's in the game. It's just like, it's make-believe. It's virtual. What the hell are you getting all freaking worked up about, you know? Like, I remember that thing where people were getting pissed off because some guy was, like, uploading videos of him kidnapping those women's rights protesters in, what was it? It was in Red Dead Redemption. And he would, like, hog tie them and like, feed them to crocodiles or beat the crap out of them or something like that. They were getting all bent out of shape about it. I was like, it's a fucking game. Seriously? I mean, that kind of shit is funny as hell. Why? Because nobody would ever do that in real life, but, you know, somebody's gotta get all offended and shit. Damn, these sentinels are everywhere on this planet. Yeah, exactly. You know? That's why you got games, so you could do that type of shit without actually doing it to other people, you know, and facing all the repercussions of that shit, you know? It allows you to be something that you never really would be in the first place. And I'm just gonna load up on a little carbon before we go. Cool. Nice, a couple sodium plants. I could use that, definitely. Plus, I mean, people just inherently like laughing at other people's misfortune, you know? And you don't have many opportunities to do that in real life anymore, you know? Video games an outlet where you could do that without any repercussions. Yeah. Well, I guess, you know, I guess they gotta put something in place, you know? But you can always mod it into a game if you're on PC, right? Like, I usually would do stuff like that on Skyrim, but, you know, since I stream, you know, can't exactly have stuff like that going on, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so where do we gotta go? Alright, let's go. I love these planets. They're so interesting looking, you know? I wish they would do a little bit more variation on these as well. Yeah, you know, stepping into the shoes of something else always is interesting to me. Exploring something else other than yourself. I mean, that's, I guess, kind of what OG internet culture used to be all about. Nowadays, I mean, internet's more about tracking people and their like shopping habits, their browsing habits. Also, they can fucking advertise to you. It's so annoying. That original kind of feel of the internet is like gone. games are really like the last place for stuff like that, and even that these days is starting to go down the toilet. Yeah, internet culture was mostly about the porn, for sure. I actually did quite enjoy those chat rooms and stuff. Alright, so 16 vortex cubes. Okay. That should not be too hard, actually. We could probably do that pretty easily. All we need to do is find some cave systems. So, ancient data structure. Are there any caves around us? Any caves? What do we got? Subterranean relic. That's like a puma. Hey, where'd that marker go? Okay. So it looks like there's an entrance to a cave system right here. Let's check her out. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and start converting, right? Vortex cubes. What else? What else? What else can I get rid of? I'd like to keep those to sell them, to be totally honest. Let me call my ship over next to this entrance. And yeah, let's just drop some of this stuff off so we have room for what we would like. Alright, and the tetracobalt, I definitely want. I want a lot of tetracobalt if I can get it. That'll just be money in the bank, you know what I mean? So 60 meters that way. Okay, how much do we have? We have 7. Alright, we have quite a bit more to gather. Could definitely use the oxygen and stuff like that, though. So it doesn't look like anything else really near us. I would say our best bet would be to, yeah, probably go towards that buried tech module over there. And hopefully, if we do that, we'll be close enough to something else. no other close by cave systems, but hopefully there'll be another one right there. Okay, nothing. I guess we'll go towards this one over here. Yeah, me too. I love planets like these. Get that red hue to those plants and stuff like that. I love that. Okay, what do we have? We have ancient data structures. Come on, subterranean relics. Where are you at? Well, let's go to the data structures. There is a possibility that we may find some drop pod coordinate data over there. Always useful. Alright, oh well. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, emerald. That is totally worth it. And yes, we got subterranean relics. Yeah, I actually have on other files, I have bases on worlds that, yeah, have like this red kind of hue to them, but then at the same time, they also have like, because it's a red sun, you have like a black and white type of effect on everything else. It looks so cool. Almost like you're in like the movie Sin City or something like that. Not bad. Barely out of the tutorial and we're already gathering emerald. Okay, so where are you, subterranean relic? I could have sworn I marked you. It's like underneath me, way down there. Okay, let's keep digging then. Probably dig straight into a cave. Ho ho! Hello! More emerald down here. I like. Alright, cool. So we got emerald. Now... yeah, let's just harvest these really quick. Alright, so any more subterranean relics? Does not look like it. And funny, this is one of those cave systems that actually doesn't have a formal entrance. It's just kind of like a pocket. You always want to do the brakes. Brakes and suspension are extremely important. I mean, what good is having a powerful car if it handles like shit, you know? Same goes for real life, you know? Okay, let me just let my jetpack reach. Fucking A. There we go. So anything else I can get? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Let's just go for this buried tech. How far away are we? We have 10. We just need 4 more. Shit, so 1 more cave really, and that's it. And that's a beacon. Alright. Well, we'll go in the direction of that knowledge stone over there. Maybe we'll find something. You never know. Yep. Alright, I learned the Korvaxian word for Korvax. Guess that's useful. Okay, where's the marker? Hey, I tagged it. What the hell? I know I tagged it. Where the hell is it? Yeah, it shows that I'm near some. Yeah, you see? Alright, well, we're just gonna dig straight down into the cave system. Nice. Okay, so let's see what else we can do here. We'll go ahead and start that. Dump the rest of what I can in there. Anything I want to just get rid of. You know what? The rest of the rusted metal. Fuck it. Cool. So we just need to stabilize this bitch. Let's get out of here. Dig ourselves a way out. Oh boy, I don't have enough room. Ah, I can stack these. Oh, come on. Landing sequence unavailable. My ass. Yeah, actually, I like that look too. It looks pretty good. For some reason, I always gravitate towards, you know, like a shaved head type look. I don't know why. But I usually always put a beard on my characters just because I cannot grow one myself, so. Nice. Sad, I've been trying to grow a beard my entire life, and thanks to them Asian genes, I just can grow a sparse mustache. But hey, it saves me money on razors, right? So I have 2 left over? I'll keep them. I'll keep them. Well, at least you can grow one, my friend. At least you can. I remember the last time I grew a mustache, my family was making fun of me just because it looked so bad. You know, while I'm here, yeah, I'm gonna gather this emerald. A landing sequence unavailable. My ass, come on. I'm a white guy, so I don't have a whole lot of issue. You see, I'm half white, and yeah, I still can't grow a beard. Thanks to, yeah, the other half of my genetics, which is Asian. I guess I could grow one of those, like, Fu Manchu looking things, but, I mean, that shit just looks bad on me, to tell you the truth. 500 meters, 500. Yeah, there it is. But I guess, you know, you always want what you can't have, you know? What's kind of funny is because I'm half white, I have actually, like, you know, totally a Caucasian facial structure, and just with, like, Asian eyes and hair, and it's like, yeah, can't grow a damn beard, so. Damn, nice emerald deposit. All right, that's good. I don't know. Some young people actually look good with facial hair. It just depends. With me, I'm one of those people who, yeah, no matter how old I get, I still won't be able to grow one, so. Oh well, right? Oh well. Okay, where is this portal? Where is the portal? There you are. What are your thoughts on mullets? You know what? If you can rock one and it doesn't look bad, hey, why not, right? Your hairstyle is a very personal thing, you know? What's that old saying? To each his own? I mean, that's how it is with hair. Whatever works for you. I mean, other people might say, oh, you look better with this or that, but if you like it, you know, that's all that really matters. Like me personally, I had short hair for most of my life. I stopped cutting my hair like 5 years ago, so now I have like, my hair is like 2.5, 3 feet long, and I have a ponytail. You know, I have it just because I personally like having long hair, but you know, just gotta, I guess, you know, work with what you got, you know, and the only thing that's important is if you like it, you know. Ah, see, I got that Asian straight hair, you know? So... The only thing that sucks about having long hair... It's good with chips and tartar sauce. Seriously though, if you could rock a mullet, you know, and it looks good on you, why not, right? Who cares what anybody else says about it? Alright, cool. And we got a factory override unit out of that. What's the Quicksilver mission for the day? Eliminate hazardous flora for 4 starship fuel. That actually is something I could use, considering I don't have efficient thrusters. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I've got a whole bunch of stuff, though, that I need to sell. Whole lot of tetracobalt, that is for sure. See, I can kind of free up some room right now, though, if I do this. I can move all of my silica powder back here. Tetracobalt, we'll put the oxygen there. And yeah, let's go buy some stuff. I've got 13 units now. I would say, though, that your hairstyle does matter if you're, you know, like looking to get a job or something like that. A lot of employers don't like, you know, crazy hairstyles and colors and stuff like that. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But other than that, yeah, rock what you like. See, I could get the Minotaur, or I could start concentrating on this type of stuff. I should probably start going for that type of stuff. But Minotaur would be nice to have in like an early file. Fuck it, we're gonna buy it. Okay, so we got a Minotaur. Let's continue with these. Nice, nice. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is all the Minotaur tree right here. Let's go ahead and start working it. Okay, I only have 200 left, so can't do much else. I guess let's start going for hazard protection. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, because my hair is so straight, I can't, like, I have problems, like, tying it and shit like that. I'd say, yeah, with my particular hair, I have that, like, typical hair that you'd see on, like, an Asian girl, where it's just, like, dark, it's straight, you know? So... Ah. Yeah, it kind of sucks though. I really, really wish I could grow a beard. It would be very nice. Or at least a decent mustache. All of my friends used to tell me that when I grow my mustache, I look like a pedophile, so... Kind of quit after that. Ooh, doomed jade planet. Sounds interesting. See, if I took after my mother's side of the family, I would probably have like red-brown hair. I'd have the traditional hair of like an Irishman or a Scotsman, so. Funny enough, didn't even inherit the freckle gene. Which is hilarious. Like, my sister has freckles, my mother has freckles, me? Nope. Never even guessed that I come from that descent. It's funny, one of my brothers, he's just like, he totally looks like, you know, way different from us, you know, where he's got like light brown hair and he's got a deep tan. He looks like he's from like Hawaii. Takes after like definitely my dad's side of the family, but in a way different way than me and my sister and my other brother look. Ah. So you've got the ginger genes, eh? Alright, what's cool about these missions, since we're right next to a cave system, we can actually just get this entire thing done here if it's a deep cave. And perfect timing too, we're in a storm, so I could just run straight through here. But any hazardous flora actually qualifies in this mission, so... Surprisingly, not a lot in here, but hey, every little bit helps. We only need 10. Alright. Yeah, this cave's a bust. Oh well. At least we got 3. Let's head on out and see what else we can find. Oh. Didn't even see these. Probably ran right by him and didn't even notice him. Either that or they just decided to spawn in after I ran past them. Either way, this works. Ooh, yes. You see me pointing? That's at you. Okay, where the hell is the exit to this fucking cave? You know what? We'll make our own exit. Get out! There we go. So where's my ship? There it is. Let's go. And of course, let's just scan a couple things before we leave, I guess. May as well. And you know what? I'll grab that knowledge stone too. Why not, right? Hear that, boys? He's a ginger. He ain't got no soul. What do we have here? Magnetized ferrite? Yeah, I'm fine on magnetized ferrite. I could definitely use though this sodium, so we're going to definitely gather this. I would love to know where the hell that started. You know what? I honestly don't know myself. The only reason I wish I had at least slightly curly hair is because, well, with straight hair you can't really tie it very easily. I don't know. I'm a little bit old, so what I say is, you know, like, young people these days are a little bit too gender fluid with their grooming habits. I don't quite understand it myself. I feel like my fucking dad. That shit confuses me. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Wrong person to ask here. I have like zero style. Like, the only reason why my clothes are in style right now is because I've had the same wardrobe for the past, like, 20 years. And even then, you know, I didn't have good style to begin with, so I guess that's with a caveat, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Times are different than when they were when I was growing up, you know? Don't matter, really. If you a bit husky, you know what I'm saying? Not as much as it did when I was younger, that's for damn sure. But hell, I mean, as a guy, you don't really grow into your body completely until you're like in your, like, I would say, until you're in your early 20s. And honestly, you know, if you want to change that, it's actually pretty easy. You just got to figure out what works best for yourself, you know? Me personally, I'm opposite. I'm like a stick figure, you know? I've never weighed more than 150 pounds. I'm just about 6 feet tall. I'm like 5'11 and a half. And that is something that I can just never change, you know? When I was in my early 20s, I used to work out every day, like almost every day, like 5-6 days a week. I used to consume somewhere around about 6,000 to 8,000 calories a day. You know, back then, even then, I was maybe 145. You know, everybody's body's different, you know? You just got to kind of find what works best for you. Cool. Trust me, I mean it's a much better problem to, you know, like be, you know, have a little bit more weight than to be underweight. That is for sure. Chicks do not like skinny guys. For the most part. No, and that just means that, you know, during the apocalypse, you'll survive longer than me because I burn through calories too fast. I'll end up starving to death faster. Alright, Mr. Vy'keen map dealer, I need some maps. Nice, we got a distress signal. Hopefully that's another ship. And we'll carry these with us. I'll go ahead and put this emerald back here. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I find that definitely being tall is something that, I don't know, is kind of like, I don't know, people kind of like have an automatic affinity for taller people for some reason. I find that most of my friends who are like short always like, you know, got made fun of and stuff, which I found kind of strange. Height is a very arbitrary thing to make fun of on somebody. That's like something that you have zero control over, you know? Alright, well, you know what? Let's go back up. I want to use that portal, go back to the base. Protection against lightning strikes. That's a good one. Hey, you know. Being tall and a little overweight's better than being tall and skinny as a fucking twig. You know? I gotta build like Snoop Dogg, you know, so when I wear slightly baggy clothes, it looks like I'm fucking, like, you know, deprived of nutrients or something. Alright, well, what is going on here? I'm consuming too much power, it looks like. Let's remedy this. Yeah, I always wish that I could have, big muscles. I found that that's something that always eluded me. I got that like Bruce Lee type build that where no matter how much I work out and no matter what type of working out I do, it's always the same story. Muscle density with no muscle mass. Okay, so what do I put away? Let's put away these vortex cubes. I'll convert this tetracobalt into ionized cobalt. And I don't have any paraffinium. I would love some so I could go ahead and build, the Cyclops Bay. Damn. Okay. Let's go ahead and convert this. Alright, and you know what? I'll convert this into regular cobalt. Or at least a 250 stack. I need to make some batteries and whatnot. While this is converting, I'm just going to go fill up my coffee cup. Give me a sec. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, dude. When it comes to losing weight, man, it's like... it's all just figuring out pretty much how your body works, you know, when it comes to food, how active you are, and, stuff like that. The important thing is just figuring out what works for your body. Okay, 4 ion batteries, 5 metal plates. And the rest is paraffinium. Let's see if it sells it here. Nope. Alright, we're probably gonna have to go to to the, what do you call it, to the space station. But that is fine. So I got full 250 stacks there. Let's go ahead and put this here. I would love to get another storage container. That would be very, very useful to me. yeah, but when it comes to losing weight, it's all about staying active. You got to figure out kind of what foods work for your body the best. I always say personally, I mean, if you make food from scratch, if you don't buy a lot of like pre-processed shit and you make this stuff yourself, you know, your body tends to break it down a lot easier. Don't eat a lot of sugar. Sugar is like the worst damn thing for you. Okay, so what is this? Hollow Terminus, current system. Wait, I'm gonna have to check in my map here. Let's see. So this is a Gex system. I want to stick with Vy'keen, so... Barrios. Okay. Or Barrois. Barrois. The Barrois system. Let's go. I don't know what the hell that is all about. I don't know if it's like well, I honestly don't know. It's just kind of, that's really strange to me, to tell you the truth. I don't really understand it all that much. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, I mean, I don't disparage anybody who is like trans or anything like that, you know, but yeah, it is kind of odd that there's like a strange increase in the amount as of late. Could be, you know, what people are eating while they're, you know, in their early development stages. It could be, you know, hormone levels during pregnancy and stuff like that. It could be tons of different things, you know. But yeah, that's something that gets me scratching my head all the time too. I mean, coming from my kind of analytical brain, I would say probably it has to do with hormone levels and stuff, but very odd to me. Okay, so this space station doesn't have what we want. Let's go to another system. Like, I could totally understand why my cousin is like, you know, he identifies as, you know, female. And I mean, I totally understand why, you know, it's medically, it makes total sense for him, considering, you know, he's got certain developmental stuff that happened to him when he was young, which influenced that a lot. But, you know, with others, I just have no idea. I don't know. In the end, you know, and keep in mind, this is a joke. But yeah, I blame the feminists. Oh, come on. You don't sell paraffinium either? Jeez. Give me a break here. Let's see if this trader here sells any. Yeah, totally. I agree with you on that. I have a feeling a lot of people do it because it's like trendy or they want attention, you know, which I think is the wrong reason for sure. me personally, I'm super confused about this whole thing where people identify themselves as like gender neutral and fluid and shit. It's just so irritating. Oh. Well, I don't know. I see a bunch of that over here where I'm at, but it's like there's an inherent set of health problems that comes with that. You end up when you do male to female, you have to take supplemental hormones. You have to actually take like supplemental amounts of estrogen and stuff like that. Otherwise you end up with major health problems. That's, I think, one of the reasons why. But I think that also, like, a lot of guys just aren't keen to getting their junk cut off, and turning it into something else. You see a lot where they keep their junk and then they, just get, like, breast implants and stuff like that, I just say to each his own, but, I mean, I guess I don't have to get it, It's up for each person to decide. All right, Minotaur. Yeah. Ooh, that is such a beautiful freaking craft. Yeah, that's so fucking annoying to me. It's just like, no, I wouldn't date a trans person because I like girls. And I would like to have children maybe one day, Alright, so that matches our color scheme and everything also. Beautiful. Ooh. That's fucking badass. That is badass. Okay. Let's just get all of our kind of stuff set up. Let's laser. What is that? Mining laser upgrade. Cannon. I just need to take some stuff out of my storage, it looks like. And our scanner. Yeah, let's take some shit out of storage. Yeah, I know. For me personally, though, it goes to a deeper level just because, like, I'm one of those few guys who can actually tell, like, 99 out of 100 times if a chick has had breast implants or not, and I'm not really a huge fan of breast implants. Like, breast augmentation, cool, power to you if you're a chick and you want to get them, but I can totally tell. And it's not something I totally like, you know what I'm saying? So, there's that. And then there's also, fuck, I'd like to have kids. And I don't want to adopt. I'd rather have things, natural, I guess you'd say. And yeah, it's just a little creepy too, to me, personally. That's fine if you're somebody who's, that's your lifestyle, that's cool. That's cool. Just don't expect me to want to date you, Power to you. Do your own thing, you know what I'm saying? But, don't get mad if I don't want to date you. Okay, so I need 2 Gravitinos, 1 acid, and 1 wiring loom. That's it. Nice. And also, you know, there's the issue of like, you know, some people are just sick in the head, you know, and like they have other underlying issues that they got to take care of. Like, don't get offended if, like, let's just say I have a kid and, you know, I don't want them using the same bathroom as somebody who's like, you know, I wouldn't want my daughter using a bathroom with like a guy who just transitioned. I'm sorry, that might sound bigoted to some people, but hey, you know, just not my thing. I don't condone that personally. Yeah, funny how these days, I mean, for something like that, somebody would call me a transphobe. It's just like, no. Just don't want some... Yeah, be whatever you want. I just, you know, would prefer it if, you know, you just keep your lifestyle to your, to yourself. I don't go parading around, you know, my bedroom life to everybody. You know, I'm a straight guy, whatever. If you're a gay guy, whatever. If you're a gay girl, whatever, you know. If you're bi, whatever. I don't really care. You know, just don't tell me about whatever, you know. It's fine. Like, most of the time, you know, unless you're like one of my best friends and we're talking, you know, about something in particular, yeah, I don't really care to hear about your sex life, you know. That doesn't matter what way you swing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, that's cool. You know, I'm cool with that. I used to know this one chick, though. She was, like, really, really attracted to girls with guy parts, and that always kind of weirded me out a little bit. I was just like, what? But, you know, hey, to each their own, right? And, you know, that didn't stop me from being her friend. Alright, let's get a nutrient processor built. Yeah, I just hate how, like, saying something like that these days, oh my god, you're such a transphobe. It's like, no. Got nothing against that shit. I just don't want to hear about it, you know? Just like you probably don't want to hear about, you know, my freaking sex life, you know? Just chill. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that kind of was always a taboo subject historically for a reason, you know? Most people feel uncomfortable about hearing about other people's sex lives, you know? It's just the way it is. Well, honestly, I mean, to me personally, it's like if somebody would change their opinion about somebody else just because of, you know, their bedroom life, unless you're like a pedophile or something like that, it's just like, who the fuck cares? Or you're one of those really, really, let's just say, interesting people who are turned on by animals and stuff like that, you know, hey, you know, I guess that's just the way you were born, but, you know, yeah. Don't be telling me about that shit. Don't want to hear it. Oh, I don't know. That's just always been odd to me. It's been very odd to me. I mean, I guess like back in the day, you know, like when it was less culturally acceptable, a lot of people were definitely a lot more reluctant about it. And of course, you could understand people's kind of discomfort with it because it's like a taboo subject. But these days, you're like, that just doesn't make any sense. I guess if you have like religious objections to it, that's one thing. But you know, even then, I mean, if you're like a Christian, let's just say, it's totally actually against the teachings of the Bible to judge people like that. That's for God to judge. It's not for you. Alright, cool. So we got the Minotaur built. Beautiful. We can start stomping around this planet looking for shit, but you know what? I think I'll hold off on what, you know, fuck it. Let's do a little bit of stomping around. Why not? Why not? See if I could come across maybe like some Gravitinos or maybe someplace where I could pick up a wiring loom. Yeah, scared he'd like it, yeah. Yeah, some people are like, they grow up with that stigma, you know, and it's instilled by like their parents and stuff like that. But, you know, just chill. Secure facilities, distress signals, or I could go for resource depots. Maybe let's try a secure facility. No? Nothing? Damn. Oh, damn, these things look so badass. Oh, I cannot wait till they introduce customization for your actual spacecraft. I'd love to give my spacecraft like a paint job. That would be so cool. Alright. Well, since that's built and out of the way, let me just make sure I have enough of what I need to build another one on site, since I don't have a a freighter yet. So 4 iron batteries and 5 metal plates. I think though some guy, it's like, oh, you're gonna hit on me, you know, because it's like with most guys, you know, having girls as friends can be awkward a lot of the time, you know, but you know, it's like, come on, grow up. Grow the fuck up. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not really a fan of modern day feminism, because it's like most of the time that whole shit is like so hypocritical. Equal rights, equal fights, but then when it comes down to it, equal responsibility? Nope. Alright, so we got a shit ton of Quicksilver, which is good. Let's go ahead and check out this distress signal, shall we? What do we have here? Yeah, this is that kind of hostile weather planet that had activated copper. That actually I could use more of, so why not? Let's go. Yeah. I especially love the ones equal rights, equal fights. Like, and it's a chick. They'll start a fight with a guy, and then they'll say, "Oh, there's no reason to ever hit a woman." It's like, yeah, there are some circumstances when that's okay. You know, it's not good to be a domestic abuser, but if you got a chick who's like trying to wail on you and like lands a couple good punches, you know, I don't see any problem with laying a chick out, personally. Alright, it looks like it is stormy right now, and it's just a rescue mission. It's not a... it's not a ship that we can get, unfortunately. I will, though, grab these crystals really quick before the storm ends. Ooh, yes. Alright, let's wait for the storm to go ahead and pass. And again, a disclaimer, you know, domestic abuse is never okay. Hitting a chick who doesn't, like, you know, literally like hit you with a bat or something like that, not okay. It's not okay to hit chicks most of the time in 99% of cases, but sometimes, you know, a chick's coming at you with like a bat or something like that, or some type of blunt object, and actually causes damage to you in some way. You better believe I'd be defending myself. Like, I have a lot of respect for Johnny Depp, considering how much he had to put up with, and he didn't even really do shit to Amber Heard. I mean, bitch straight fucking cut off part of his finger. Took a shit in his bed. Fucking gave him, like, black eye and shit, you know? Like, damn. Guy's got some freaking mental fortitude, that's for sure. Yeah, this fucking storm is just like way too much for me. I can't do this right now. Exactly. You know, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. And that's not to say that there aren't guys out there who are just total dipshits and will fucking, you know, assault a chick without fucking, you know, the correct reasons, you know. Yeah, I know. Most of the time they'll like straight goad a guy into a fight, you know, where if it was a guy saying the same shit, you know, there would be fists flying all over the place, but you know, whatever. Oh, come on, Storm. You know what? If I talk to this guy, I will be immune, so let's just talk to him. Okay, so the Vy'keen seems both ragged and with exhaustion and inconsolably furious. They are unsteady on their feet and disoriented, manner of someone who has flown for days without rest. Whatever or whoever they were pursuing, it does not seem to be nearby. Alright, I'll fuel his launch thrusters. Yeah. Unstable plasma. I could use that. Okay. So at the very least, we were able to get a few storm crystals out of that and some unstable plasma. Yeah, there's that, you know. I don't know. I mean, I think certain types of feminism is actually kind of, admirable, but, this new age feminism is just fucking toxic. And the only guys that a chick is going to freaking attract as a new age feminist are just like the worst betas of the universe, you know? The type of guys who are just super easily manipulated, timid, you know? To me, that's just, I don't know. Maybe because I grew up at a time when, I don't know, guys were expected to act more like guys. I don't know. Okay, the first column's words are like savage runes. Okay, dots. Let's go with the runes. Yeah, totally. I mean, hell, that might be, one of the big issues these days, like, that's why guys are acting more feminine these days. Because they grow up with, like, being told that, it's wrong to act like a guy, I don't know, that's kind of sickens me, to be totally honest. Alright, so we're gonna do this the easy way. And the easy way is to just come around, look at the door with your starship, and use your starship's weapons to open the door. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Guys just grow up being demasculated their entire lives, and, you know, eh. It's hard to say, honestly. It's hard to say. What's funny, though, is that feminists still expect guys to be like, you know, still have somewhat of that chivalry type attitude, and it's like that whole ideology completely, like, is shunned by feminism. So, or that whole idea of things is shunned by feminists. So it's like they expect it, and yet, you know, it's like, yeah, you guys kind of act in a way that's counterintuitive to that, you know? You say that guys shouldn't really act like that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so the alert has obscured the information on the primary terminal. I can only make out a few words. And I can't make out shit, actually. If I can work out what was being worked on here, I can restart the workflow. Starship? Damn. Damn. That's why language is so important. Yeah, you know, I've got no argument about being raised traditionally. Mainly because people have been being raised like that for thousands of fucking years, and it seems to have worked okay. Who am I to argue against thousands of years of cultural evolution? Oh, shit! That's not good. Yikes. That was not good. Well, now, let's wait for our hazard shield to go ahead and recharge. Not saying that all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I think in a very similar way, you know. And, you know, especially considering your orientation, you know, it's like I would actually respect your point of view on that more than I would someone like me who's just, you know, straight guy, you know. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know. That's why I usually try to stay away from those topics with like a 10-foot pole, because honestly, I don't know. That shit just confuses the fuck out of me these days. The way things are. I don't know, but we're living in the days of, like, you know. What? I would or wouldn't. What? No, I would totally agree with you on your point of view on that. And it's like I would actually, respect your point of view on that more than I would like me, because, I'm just, I'm your just regular old single orientation guy.
Warning. Threat detected.
But in the end, you know, I guess we'll just see how culture continues to shift over the years. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, no worries, no worries. I don't know. It seems that traditionalism is starting to have a little bit of a resurgence, but you know, thankfully with a little bit more respect for people and the way they are. You know what I'm saying?
Warning. Threat detected. Hostile ships approaching.
Okay, so we still have that factory override unit. I was hoping I would be able to use it, but unfortunately we couldn't understand shit of what they were saying, so let's go ahead and learn some more words. I wish that if you're someone like me who's using like a Vy'keen character model, that, they would actually treat you as a Vy'keen rather than an interloper. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I should probably keep those storm crystals. Let's, yeah, go to the next planet, I guess. Why not? So I've been to that one. I guess let's check out this frost planet over here. See what it has in store for us. And then I'm probably going to switch up the game in just a sec. Or, not just a sec, but, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm going to probably switch up the game, go into Skyrim. I feel like busting some heads open. This game is just a little bit too peaceful for me. I mean, killing, robots, I guess, is okay, but, I really do feel like, busting some heads. And especially, I mean, in that game, we're doing the current RP as a racist Nord. Again, back to our previous conversation, it's so fun to be able to roleplay in video games to something that that's completely like polar opposite to your normal, everyday character of who you are. What do we have here? Okay, this looks like your standard observatory. It doesn't look like... Oh, whoopsie. Maybe, you know what? Since our ship is blue, maybe we should change our color scheme to black and blue. I actually do like blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. Green actually is my favorite. Second place would be red, and then comes blue. I mean, you know what I mean. Got a little mixed up there. Damn, starting to sound like Joe Biden. Fuck. Am I getting senile or some shit? Yeah, I don't know why. I love green, but then comes red, then comes blue. I especially love like a really dark green, like a forest green. That's personally my favorite. I wish that you could actually have a color like that in this game. Instead, you got this kind of, I don't know, what would you even call this? This is like a darker shade of neon green, and then you have the just that straight up neon color.
Ground protection fully.
Okay. This looks like probably, yep, an observatory. Let's see. The downbeat life form is studying the image of another young warrior on their pad. Okay, I know what this one is. Advise acceptance.
Units received.
Cool. So we just gave him advice on his future mate. Okay, so 4634, 6344. Okay, this one's easy. So it would be 4463. Okay, it looks like it's probably off-worlds. Yep, off-worlds. One thing I do hope they also change is I hate it that maps that you get only will show you like locations on one planet. I wish it would actually diversify and give you locations on, the multiple planets in a system. It's almost like people only bothered to explore one place here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and ooh, that is fucking sexy. You can call me the Mech Warrior.
Units received.
Just scan a couple of these things.
Units received.
373. Is there any other ones closer? 324. Ah, I guess we're going there. How about that? Floating crystals. Ooh. That would be nice if I had an upgraded laser on anything, but I don't. Oof, that slide is fucking sexy too.
Units received. Ground protection fully.
Yeesh. Yeesh. Not good. Not good.
Technology recharge.
Running out of space. Okay. Well, I'll just stuff that in there for now.
Units
Ooh. Damn, this cannon is so damn powerful. Ah, yes, I can always just put this in my exocraft inventory. Why not, right?
Ground protection fully.
Why are drifting cars have trash? Um, well, I mean, it's not that they have trash brakes. It's the way that kind of drifting works. You've got to think what a drift is in reality is it's an understeer. So it works off of the concept of your tires always sliding, and usually in cars like that, there's like in real terms, there's very either weak or no anti-locking brakes. When your brakes lock, you automatically, lose traction. So it's more of like the inherent design of what drifting does. It's kind of hard to explain, but if I were to try to explain it, it's just when you brake, your style of braking matters a lot. Try this. If you're in GTA, instead of slamming on the brakes, pulse the brakes. Okay? I mean, I know you can't control pressure of the brakes in a game like that, but try pulsing the brakes. And also, think of when you brake also. You need to brake earlier, especially if you're set up with a car that drifts a lot. You need to think of braking earlier and reducing your speed, because the faster you go and the sharper you try to turn, the more of a drift you're going to initiate and have. But drifting is technically harnessing an understeer, and I mean, drift suspensions are specifically geared to have a strong understeer. If that makes any sense. I mean, do you know what an understeer is? Like conceptually? Okay. So what an understeer is let's see, how can I explain this? Okay, hold on. Let me get back into my ship. I'm gonna have to think of how to explain this properly. Okay, an understeer, if you could think about it this way, when you're driving straight, I mean, I'm gonna give you kind of like an analogy, using actual driving experience. When you're driving, let's just say in a straight line, right? Oh, okay, okay. So let's just say you're driving in a straight line, okay? And you're going at a good amount of speed. You turn your wheel, but then you're going too fast. And instead of, turning how you want it to turn, your car keeps on kind of going straight. What that is pretty much because of your momentum, your speed and your momentum is stronger than the force that your tires can grip you to the ground, especially on your front tires. It also, I mean, it's highly dependent on if it's a rear wheel drive car, front wheel drive car, or four wheel drive. But essentially, your front tires, because they do the steering, um, once you break traction on your front wheels, your momentum just keeps on carrying you forward in the same direction, regardless of where your wheel is turning. Okay. What a drift does is pretty much you turn in a direction and your momentum is carrying, and you're relying on your front wheels not having full traction, only partial traction. And you're using, like, let's just say in a rear wheel drive car, think your car is sideways, your rear wheels are pushing you in the direction that your car is facing, but then your momentum is also carrying you in a perpendicular direction. So what happens is, instead of going in a straight line, you go in a curved path. That's what technically that's what a drift is. And just the understeer is pretty much your front wheels not having enough grip to turn your car the way that you want it to go, which is why when you reduce your speed before you initiate, you can go ahead and turn a lot more easily. But if you're going too fast, your car is just going to pretty much go sideways. Now, once your car goes sideways, you do have the option, um, take that opportunity to stop accelerating, just let your car kind of drift to the side for like a second or so, and then reinitiate the accelerator. Try pulsing the accelerator. As your momentum decreases, the amount of grip that your tires to the road have increases. Does that make any sense? I mean, it has to do with force vectors, pretty much. You got to think of it in terms of force vectors.
Protection falling.
Okay, cool.
Technology recharging.
I mean, all drifting is taking advantage of your, of your momentum and using that to turn your car in a faster way than slowing down and letting the grip of your tires govern your, turning. Ooh, I could buy this new multi-tool, which is pretty good, or pretty good compared to what I got. Um, And actually, you know what? Trading this would be totally advantageous to me. Why? Because the only difference between these two multi-tools is that shitty C-class modification that I have and the boltcaster. I can easily just build another boltcaster. So hell yeah, we're going to exchange it. So that costs... Oh, shit. That still costs me money? It didn't say it was going to cost me money. Fucking bastard. Ugh. Oh well. Oh wellsies. That's a barrel ionizer. Jeez, can't talk. Okay, 2, 3, and I'll need to make a fourth. Oh, don't have enough. Let's take you out of my inventory. Let's go ahead and break down this small stack of condensed carbon. We'll refill that. In the meantime, let's finish the build. Cool. Move the mining beam here, and let's see. I need 2 carbon nanotubes and a dihydrogen jelly. I should have both at home. If you want like a crash course in what drifting is and stuff like that and the aspects of it, I mean, and really kind of understand what's going on, either watch the anime Initial D or watch the Drift Bible. Seeing it actually in practice and explained through real car movement will definitely help you understand it better if you're not that great with physics. Okay, I needed 1 wiring loom. Yeah, I got plenty of dihydrogen jelly. I don't need to buy it. Let's talk to this fool. He looks terrified. Their terminal screen is full of orders instructing them to head out into the frozen waste and join a military campaign against the Sentinels. When they see me, their eyes widen. They proffer their multi-tool towards me with trembling hands. Refuse the multi-tool. I refuse and try my best to give the young warrior a stirring bark. They look cheered by this effort, or perhaps shamed by the comparison, and take back their weapon. They will die in glorious battle. And boom, I get standing with the Vy'keen. Let's go ahead and loot this shelter over here. Yeah, but definitely, if you haven't seen it before, if you're just starting to get into cars and you want to really understand what drifting is and the concepts behind it, the Drift Bible. And you can actually find it on YouTube too. It's subtitled because it's, it's all in Japanese, but the Drift Bible is definitely like probably the best source of info in drifting. I wouldn't pay attention to most new age shit because you got to listen to the OGs when it comes to drifting, and there's nothing like watching that one. That one's the best. Yeah, it's probably like the general weight of the car and the speed that you're driving at. I know in GTA it's not exactly the greatest when it comes to, car control, but if you want to just like steer better, all you really got to do is slow down a little bit. And then if you want to drift like a champ, it's all about, speed, braking, stuff like that. And when I was talking about ABS, what that means is an anti-locking brake system. Pretty much, anti-locking brake systems keep it so your front tires don't lock your front tires, so that you can maintain better control in braking. Every car in the world has anti-lock braking systems these days, but older cars, it was an option. Yeah, those racing missions are easy, just as long as you can manage your speed properly. Also, think of the apex, where the point of highest curvature is whenever you're making a turn. You want to make it so that pretty much your car can turn along the most efficient line as possible. You could do it in two ways. The drifts, and you could do it with the grip. If you're going to grip it, all you got to do is make sure you're wide at the beginning of the turn, you're narrow at the middle of the turn, and you're wide again at the end of the turn. In a drift, it's similar, but you have more leeway as to where you enter the turn. A grip, you're going to have to start it. You're going to have to start it earlier, traditionally, but it highly depends on your acceleration. Well, just call it, I guess, a learning experience. Okay, so how is my hyperdrive? I got a little bit of gas. We could go ahead and move on to the next system, actually. Let's do that. Why not? Why the hell not? Okay, I want to make it to that Atlas interface, so let's find a system that's close to it. That's Vy'keen. All of those are out of my range. It's Korvax, Gek. Come on. Come on, don't do this to me. That looks good. Let's go to it. Yeah, I used to love drifting. Totaled 2 cars that way, actually. Alright, this is like your basic system. Alright, let's get an inventory slot. How much salvaged data do I have? I have 11. Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's going to be 30 grand. See, it's going to be 500 though, and I really need to start getting more cargo space. But hey, regular slot, that's fine with me for now. Let's see. What's it? Starship? Where's the exocraft? There you are. Do you have anything for my Minotaur, sir? He's got B-level crap for it. You know what? Fuck it. No free slots in suit inventory. Alright, they're B-level ones. That's like whatever, but hey, it's something. And I got plenty of space back over there. Let's dump this off over here. Ooh, and I could be refining stuff. Why am I not? Like, if you want, I can kind of show you with an exocraft. Well, I may not have all of the stuff I'll need for it, but yeah, I could probably show you with the car exocraft that I have. I just need to buy the platform for it. Should be easy enough. Yeah, let me see if I can kind of demonstrate on here for you. Give you a little bit of a crash course on drifting. Because even with a crappy car, you could actually drift really, really well, just as long as you know the principles of how to do it properly. Also, if you want to just get your car sideways faster, I mean, you could do the cheap way of, like, hand braking it, you know. What that does is it locks your rear tires, and when your rear tires lock, think of it as like fishtailing, you know. You break traction with your rear wheels, and then your car can swing from one way or another, just depending on the direction of where your front wheels are pointed. At that point, your front wheels have grip, but your rear ones don't, so it initiates kind of a drift in that manner. Okay, let's install the scanner upgrade. Why not, right? I have no idea. I'll have to actually see about that. I have no idea, sir. That is something actually I would love to know. Okay, so in my exocraft, let's go ahead and grab these stuff. Okay, last thing I need is acid. And just 2 Gravitino balls. That is it. Alright, so we got cannon module. Engine module. And mining laser module. And you know what? I don't mind losing just one. That's fine with me. Drop the storm crystals in there. Okay. Well, let's get building. I'll build the car and see if I could do a little bit of drifting here for you. Just need to find a good spot to put it. How about right over here? Okay, of course we're gonna have to color scheme it. So let's do, we'll do dark green as the primary, black as the secondary. I like that. Alright, so this is a standard roamer. I don't have any modules on it for drifting or anything like that. And technically this thing doesn't have any brakes or anything either, so it's going to be kind of hard. But let's see if we can do it. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If it has cross-platform, for sure. Alright, so going in a straight line, right? Now I'm going to do a turn. Alright, now you see how kind of my car... Alright, you see how it did that, right? Where I'm going to boost it, right? You see how my car, instead of, like... I can swing my front because I have traction, but then... Yeah, it's going to be hard to even do it with this thing. Just think of it this way. Like, my rear wheels are sliding. My front wheels are maintaining somewhat traction, but it'd be better if I had a flat surface. Oh, you know what? I have the perfect way of doing this. I'll show you on a different file. Xbox 360? I still have an Xbox 360. I just don't know if any of my shit still works because I haven't cracked that thing open in a little while. I put all my old systems in a box and yeah, I'll have to hook it back up. Best way to show you actually would be on the Pilgrim, because the Pilgrim, surprisingly, 2 wheels behaves a lot like a car. Okay, so I'm saved. Okay, let's see, I believe it would be on what? Probably this file. Let's see. Okay, it's not on this file. Probably on this one then. Well, this one would be perfect because I actually set myself up with like a mini racetrack in this base, so why not, right? Yeah, but not necessarily. I mean, your front wheels don't have full traction. Like, the point of drifting is to shift the weight from the back of the car to the front. So while your front wheels are in understeer and sliding, they still have somewhat loose control. So you can kind of shift direction. Like, here. Okay, so this is my pyramid mine. Let's see, Nomad. Pilgrim. Here we go. Okay. Now. You see how I'm like going a lot wider than I would like to, right? My front wheel is still turning, but then my rear end is sliding out. Just depending on how much force your rear wheels are putting out depends on, I mean, will change pretty much how your car steers. This thing has a drift suspension, I think, installed on it. Yeah. I have my full drift suspension on here, so. I take it that your car is probably doing a lot of the same, where it's like, it'll maintain some control, but not really a whole lot. But if I want to actually maintain control over the turn, I can decide to boost a little bit later. Think of that as your basic accelerator. And I can control the turn better. So I'm just going to try to go through this, initiate it, and then boost my way through it. And then at the end of the turn, you can kind of open up the throttle and really start going. So I'll still slide and everything, but just depending on how much power I'm giving it, I have more control over the slide. Initiate the drift, and then boom, you see, I have like a lot of control just depending on when I initiate the boost in the turn. If I initiate it later, then I have more control over the tail end of the turn. If I initiate it too fast, then I just go like wildly out and I swing into a really, really heavy drift. And then getting good cars. Ah, I see. But there's also a kind of a principle that's called inertia drifting. Now, what you can do is you can swing your car in one direction, like swing left and then right, and it gives you kind of like it brings your momentum into a different kind of thing where, and you get like a different angle to how you slide. But, I mean, that's the basic principle. It's hard to show it in this game just because, like, the boost is so short-lived. I can't really accurately, you know, show it like I would like to, but... As you can see, if I, boom, do it at the end, I have a lot more control over how it slides and pretty much the angle of the turn. I could actually kind of do donuts around this ladder pyramid if I keep my speed up. Okay, so that's enough fooling around in the Pilgrim. Let me actually say, I think I decked out my regular car too. Let's check that out. Oh, wow. I have a lot of ancient bones in here. Yeah, I do have a full drift suspension in this thing too, so we can try it out in this. You see, but this thing just has too much traction. When I turn, it will turn with very little slide. It actually takes a boost to really initiate it, but let's see. Now I'm going to boost in a straight line, and I'm just going to turn. You see, it just has too much traction. I can't do it in this one, but you get the idea. Okay, anyways. All right, so what I'm going to actually do right now... Yeah, I know they are. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cut this stream, and then I'm going to go ahead and jump on Skyrim literally within the next 5 minutes. I just need to go to the bathroom, refill my coffee cup, that type of stuff. But, yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. Peace out.